On July 20th, 1944 AD, Adolf Hitler was targeted for assassination by a cabal of Wehrmacht officers led by senior field officer Claus von Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg, along with Colonel Merz von Kornheim and 8 other high-ranking officers, formed a cabal of sorts with intentions of killing Hitler and forming an emergency government which would try to end the war. General Friedrich Olbrich was one of the co-conspirators who oversaw most of the plot. He began planning the overthrow of the Nazi regime as far back as 1941. For the next couple of years, Olbrich began to search for officers who would join him. All the pieces were in place when he convinced Stauffenberg to join the cause. The group would use the codename Operation Valkyrie, which was an emergency order that would be implemented in case the government within the Third Reich broke down due to anarchy and chaos. Another key member of the cabal was General Henning von Treschow, who was also in on Operation Valkyrie and was trying to get soldiers on the Eastern Front to join the cause when the assassination of Hitler went through. 2 days before the plot, Stauffenberg was warned that the Gestapo was aware of the group's intentions to assassinate Hitler. Paranoid that he could be arrested at any moment, went ahead with the scheme to kill the Fuhrer with a suitcase bomb on July 20th. However, unknown to him, this was just a false rumor. On July 20th, 1944, Hitler and over 20 of his generals and high-ranking officers were attending a meeting inside the Lair bunker in East Prussia. Before the meeting was to be held, Stauffenberg went into the bathroom of Field Marshal Keitel to assemble the briefcase bomb. After he put it together, he brought it back inside the case packed with 2 pounds of plastic explosives. A few minutes later, his planned phone call paging Stauffenberg came and he went and left the meeting room. The bomb was to go off in 10 minutes, giving him enough time to be free and clear from the area. The bomb exploded 10 minutes later, injuring over 20 people and killing the meeting's stenographer and severely injuring 3 officers who would later die from their injuries. Hitler survived the briefcase bomb but injured his eardrum and lost his favorite pair of pants. Stauffenberg was able to escape the compound and fled to Berlin, believing that Hitler was dead. General Olbrich, when he heard about the explosion in Hitler's Lair, tried to get Operation Valkyrie mobilized. Officers and soldiers loyal to the general tried to enforce the order and arrest Hitler's lackeys. But a couple of generals loyal to the Nazi Party refused and told him that the Fuhrer was alive and he was placed under arrest. Stauffenberg and his loyal co-conspirators tried to take control of the building that they were secretly using as their hangout, the Binderblock, but got into an unsuccessful shootout with loyal Nazi soldiers. Many of the soldiers who initially joined the July 20th plotters switched sides when it appeared that they were going to lose. When General Friedrich Fromm, who was in the Binderblock, was arrested and detained earlier the day by soldiers loyal to Stauffenberg, was freed, the first thing he did was to disobey a direct order from Hitler to arrest the plotters immediately. Instead, he arranged a court-martial hearing and found everyone involved guilty and sentenced them to death by firing squad. Stauffenberg, Colonel Kornheim, General Olbrich, and Lieutenant Werner von Haften were executed by firing squad. When he heard that Hitler was still alive, General Treschow killed himself with a grenade after firing his gun to make it look like he was killed fighting Polish partisans in order to protect his fellow July 20th plotters. Hitler ordered a people's court to be held for the many others that were involved in the 20th July plot, and all those that were convicted of being associated with the cause were to be hanged like cattle. Their executions were filmed for Hitler's pleasure and were later shown around the Third Reich as a warning to all those who would think about overthrowing the Fuhrer.